You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Well. What have we here, y'all? Today, woo! Big Back Cadillac has a totally different connotation. Okay? The news is Popping McPoppington. Okay? It's Popping McPoppington. And I don't even I don't even know where to begin with this scheme that Todd has set up to come to us with the BS. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with my camera today. I have been having issues with this camera all day. I was supposed to go live earlier, but your boy had some meetings to go to. And yes, I did catch the live. Okay. I did catch the live. Caught the live. Baby, let me tell you something. Between Tamar and Yandy and Mendici caught dab smack in the middle. Y'all realize what the trifecta of scandal we have going on right here with Mendici just basically just plopped down in the middle? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. We about to get started in just 1 second. Listen, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Let me put my little tags on the screen. Okay. Get the tags going. As you note, your comments are on the screen. So just be leery of what you say. Try to conduct yourself in as an adult manner as possible. Or we will have to eject you. Yeah, we'll have to eject you, and you shall never return. Never. No takebacks. Okay. Wow. I don't even know where to start, man. I don't even know where to start. So let's start where we always start, and that is at the beginning. Yes. Okay. So because we're live, and because, listen, somebody might be under a rock right now. Somebody might not know what's going on. We'll start back here. Last week, right? Last week, we were all made aware that Tamar Esteem Braxton, had some sort of accident in the home where she woke up in the puddle of blood, and we learned she almost died. You know? Well, actually, I'm about to tell you. Yeah, I mean, so we learned she almost died, as the post here states, right? This is all from her friend. We don't know who said friend was. I'm assuming she means that said friend found her. Okay. Somebody said she put out an apology. Hold on. Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay. Is it too late to apologize? No, apparently not. Okay. Apparently not. So we're going to get to the apology in just 1 second. She did post something just a few moments ago. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was trying to wait until to see if she posted something because after I watched this video, I was like, Tamar, it would just behoove you to just simply say anything at this point because as we watch this whole situation unfold, it would have probably been easier based on the detailed communications betwixt you and you and him and his team. I mean, your team and him. It would have just been so simple to just simply say, "Hey, y'all, I'm still in the hospital. I'm still recovering. This had nothing to do with, with him." And it would have saved everybody so much trauma. And I just kind of think that it would have just been the nice thing to do. And instead, it was almost as though she had to weigh this all along with, well, don't mess up the album promo. I just think that the album, these are two separate, these could be two separate issues. Let's really break it down. Okay? Let's break it down. As we go through this, we're gonna go through the chain of events just really quickly, briefly. She says she fractured her nose, lost some teeth and mobility. I'm not sure what the mobility is. Mobility typically means I can't move or she can't. There's some type of loss of function. I look at life now totally different. My health is on the mend. My mental journey begins. I pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me. In the beginning of this whole situation, I think many of us wondered, well, if you're in the throes of this situation, why on earth would you even mention any of it to anyone, especially until you found out what happened, until you figured it out, until you were somewhere in the space of like, okay, like what is going on with me? Like what happened? That would be my concern. Not only am I concerned about the teeth and the nose, but I'm also concerned about why don't I know what happened, right? I would be more concerned about that than I would be about posting about it on social media. Okay? That's my opinion. Number one. Number two, now Tamar and this thing that happened to her in her home, which listen, I don't want nobody to go through none of this type of situation like this. I don't think anybody should. But then what happened was it sounded like people realized that Q was out with Tamar and they somehow managed to put two and two together and it turned into 18, right? And so then it becomes a situation where, oh, he has something to do with it. Or then it was, oh, she was with Mendices. So I don't know. I don't really know how that all started to spiral. But apparently it did. All right. So that's issue number one, right? And thing number two, which has somehow become conflated with thing number one, is the fact that she has an album rollout, which also featured a ton of celebrities, her mom, Q, Mendices. Okay. So you have these two things that are happening at the same time, which now makes people feel like, one, everyone was looking like, well, girl, what are you? Did you really have this thing happen to you? And why aren't you clearing the air? And then also, too, was all of this in tandem with, to go along with the release of a music video? And so it makes it publicly feel like some type of stunt. And I think that that is the problem for me, is that in my mind, was it just that you had the poor misfortune of having this blackout in your home, posting it on social media in tandem with the promo for your new album? And so now what you have now is a situation where you have lost credibility. Either way it goes, Tamar, you have lost some credibility when it comes to people feeling something for your health and well-being. And furthermore, I don't know who her PR person is. I'm not sure who works on her team. I just don't understand the logic in not simply detailing something more about what has happened, or making a clear distinction in the fact that this thing happened to her, but yet we still are moving forward with the album promo, despite the fact that she may still be in the hospital recovering. At least then people would have been able to maybe in some way, shape, or form separate this blackout incident from her album rollout, which also features people that she had been out with, right? Allegedly. Well, I don't know about the Mendices part, right? But that's what the people were saying, right? So it's, for me, I just can't understand, because when I tell you that there are so many simple course corrections that could have been taken here, from this perspective of you being an entertainer and a public figure and someone who could easily post that you woke up in a pool of blood, lost some teeth, lost some mobility, and fractured your nose. If you can post about all of that very easily in the same type of IG post that you posted all that, you could have easily posted this earlier. No matter what he says, I love Funky Daniva. Anyway, had I known what was going on while I was in the hospital trying to recover, I would have said something. It's terrible that whatever I didn't say turned into all this. I just want peace. And to that, I have to say, because we know that you were posting on IG throughout this period of time about the album, IG stories, you knew. And basically, his video details the fact that you knew what was going on. So I'm not sure. Um, like I just, this is one of those situations where, as much as I'm somebody who is a fan of Tamar's, and I say that again to this day. Okay. Um, she is somebody that I think is super talented, super talented, but there is some reason why the spirit of drama always seems to inject itself in the discourse that surrounds her and her art. And I can't quite figure it out why it continues to happen this way for her. I cannot figure it out to save my life, because there were so many ways at any point in time you could have simply posted on IG and said, "Hey guys, this whole thing is spiraling. I don't know what happened to me, but it had nothing to do with anybody or anybody else that you guys are talking about." And she says, I've done too much healing to fight with anyone. I just want to get better and continue doing what I love. We do too, Tamar, but you are the reason for the season. And it should not have he should not have even had to have to go live today to even address this situation, because again, if you really wanted the focus to be on your album rollout, you could have kept the focus on your album rollout. It would have been better to just let everybody know what was going on behind the scenes, instead of keep it keep it a buck with the people that are surrounding you, that are in your corner. Like, if you do that, if you take care of those people, you incentivize them to continue to keep the secrets or to keep the push for the album going, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, all really anybody cares about is, one, that you are okay. Bottom line, we care that you are okay. B, if you've got an album coming out, there are so many ways that you can actually do this the correct way. But this is giving it's giving Stranger Things. And for me, I think what I would love for Tamar to do is to take a cue from, I don't know, some of the greats. You know what I'm saying? When they have an album era, they get into the costume, the visual, the art, the aesthetics of that era. We look at what Beyonce did with Renaissance, and then you just the distinct turn and pivot to the aesthetic that she came out with Cowboy Carter, right? Or we look at, and some people may love her, some people may not, but you look at Doja, the distinct, like the turn from Scarlet to V, what she's doing now with the retro, the 80s, right? You can look at someone like a Lady Gaga, who you and Vince have worked with, right? Every new album, there is a different aesthetic. Lean more into the art of it all and less into the reality TV scandal, and you would be so much further along, in my opinion. Um, that's all I have to say about it, because in the end of the day, I just think that I think if you want peace, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to find it. And I just don't know that's and see this is this is Shamar, this is exactly what I'm saying right here, because now people don't even know whether or not to believe that you're really even in the hospital. Now people have to question what it is that you're doing. And let me tell you something like this, and thank you for the super chat, Shamar. Let me tell you this. In this day and age, when people are going through We are seeing crazy images online of different types of things, and people are really struggling. So when you post something so alarming that it causes people to obviously want to send out prayers for you, to want for your well-being, to, because if you never posted about it, we never would have known. Um, and all of these things, for it to feel, I'm not saying it is because I don't know, and I hope, if God forbid, regardless, I hope you get better. That's just it for me. That's where it starts and stops. But because there's the way this whole thing has been rolled out, it does cast a shadow of disbelief over whatever it is that you're experiencing. And that's the last place as an artist that you want to be. Okay? And you know what's funny? It's not actually funny at this point, is that I feel like every couple of months, we have to have a Tamar conversation. And I just don't understand why. Why is that? Because at every point in time, here we are yet again trying to figure out how best it is that we can all look out for Tamar and hope that she's doing better. And lo and behold, Tamar just always finds herself in a frenzy of chaos. Why is that? And yet again, still, I mean, I feel like here I am still wanting the best for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's all of us. Because I think we know how talented she is deep down. And I think that there is something to be said about what Ayanla said about her and this desire to be seen. I don't know where it stems from. Um, but there are other ways to be seen, Tamar, and it honestly resides in you. Not the drama, not the scandals, not the dissing other people. It resides in you, your talent, and your story. Simple. All right. Um, that's all I have to say about it because I feel like case is closed at this point. Now we got to deal with Yandy. On last night's Love and Hip Hop, it's season 13, episode 8. It's called Rules of Engagement. The description honestly talks about absolutely nothing I'm going to talk about today. Um, it says Jock helped his family find some peace through the strife when he brings his brother Kwame home. In Chicago, Queen Key celebrates a milestone for her kids, but when it comes to her mom, she might take the L. All right. Now, in terms of Queen Key, don't have too much to say. I don't really feel like I know her well enough to be like too much in the biz not with it. But okay, I mean, I'm interested in following her story. We'll see where it goes. Jock's brother is home. Thank God for that. But you know what I really want to do is break down Yandy, Bambi, and Jasmine. So Yandy has a conversation with Bam at the beginning of the episode where she basically tells the Bam, Eddie, that she had a conversation over the telefono with Jasmine. Oh, yes, yes, she had a conversation with the Jasmine. And so what she gleaned from this is that Kirk, Rashida, and Jasmine are all in, let me put the alleged, are all allegedly in a polyamory relationship. Okay. Now, it would be easy for us as viewers to perhaps think and agree with Yandy in this position. I mean, the way that she rolls the story out to the Bam, I mean, it's quite genius. You know, it's I mean, it's so matter of fact. Yandy is so matter of fact in her delivery. She seems very, very credible in her statements about how, ooh, you know, me and Jasmine, we had a kumbaya ponderosa on the telephone. Here is the only issue with this scenario that always creates top tier reality TV. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It is the scene that was not filmed. Okay. Let us go back, for those of you guys who are Beverly Hills fans, to season 1 of Beverly Hills, wherein there is an interaction with Kyle Richards and Camille Grammer that happened off camera. This interaction between the two of them sparked the feud that lasted the entire season, which made season 1 so freaking dynamic. The unseen, off-camera conversation that makes it on camera always makes for good reality TV, because we, the audience, are left to fill in the blanks and determine who we believe more. Okay? So yet again, decades later, this conversation is still happening. We are still in the throes of the off-camera conversation that has now made it on camera, and we are forced to try to figure out whether we are going to believe Yandy Smith, who, for the most part, has not yet confessed to dropping it like it's hot with the alleged man in London, as Jasmine points out throughout this episode. Okay? Now, Yandy positions that she only had an emotional affair with this man in London. And sure, you know, why would you not travel all the way to London for somebody that you are emotionally connected to, and when you link up with them physically, maybe not do anything? I mean, why not? I mean, why not? Who knows? I don't know. But okay. Yandy also lets us know, because, you know, Bam wants some advice, you know, and Yandy's been in the news for literally everything. We learned that Yandy and Mendices and this London man happened in this was years ago. I mean, years ago, 21, 22, 23, sometimes thereabouts, you know, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, Mandy and Yandices are just basically floating and coexisting and only talk about the kids, really, and not just on the same page any at all in any way, shape, or form. The way she make it sound like they are sleeping in separate houses, okay? Now, when she gets to revealing this conversation about Jasmine, she makes it seem as though Jasmine has confessed to everything. Yes, it is all a lie. It is, you know what? She made it seem like this.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
That's how I felt watching the preview, okay? So I said to myself, oh my God, Yandy's about to spill the tea. And based on the preview, she's about to force Jasmine to do the same. So when it turns out time for Bambi's party, which this engagement party, for which I'm like, girl, you don't even trust this man. So why would you be getting engaged with this man who is later on going to be making threats against your friends? Meanwhile, She's still hearing rumors and nastiness about this man. And I don't know this young man, to be quite honest with you. I mean, there's Ray Face. That's his name, I think. I really don't know. All I know is that, girl, if you are thinking that you guys have all these problems, then maybe you should slow your roll. I don't know, but it's reality TV and people need to get paid. So anyway, when it's time for Bambi's Addie, okay, Miss Addie, when it's time for her engagement party, it's like, oh yes, hey girls, everybody come on down. Jasmine, Erica Racine is there, Jessica White is there. Bambi lets it be known, girl, I talked to Yandy and she spilled all the tea. And you basically has said that, yeah, I mean, it was all a lie. You and Kirk and Rashida all scheming and lying so that y'all can have some type of story on the show, when lo and behold, all three of y'all in a Pollyanna relationship. And Jasmine is like, what? That did not happen that way. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. So then we got to take it back, forth and forth. So Bambi is like, come on up here so we could talk to Yandy and her bundles, and let's get down to business. All right. All right. So she's got Bundles and Jasmine in the same room, and Yelling Yandy, aka Bundles, is set to basically try to steer this conversation. And so she expertly does so. I swear to God, I feel like Yandy, everything that Bambi said about Yandy was absolutely true. Yandy was conducting this conversation like a symphony, because when they are brought together, it is all of a sudden, oh no, I didn't say, girl, Bambi, I didn't say she lied. What are you talking about? I didn't say that, girlfriend. You must have been a little drunk. Did you have something to drink? Oh no, that's not what I said. What I said was, Jasmine, tell the truth. What's going on with you and Rashida and Kirk and y'all's relationship? Tell the truth. Don't care if these cameras are here or not, girl. You are in a safe space here on live television. Now, you go ahead and you tell me what you said to me in private behind closed doors in a conversation where there were no cameras and you could actually be your authentic self. You tell me what you said then when you had let your guard down and I was getting all the tea from you. You tell me what you had said behind the frost back when you had the phone and you was hiding out in the parking lot in your car, shivering, scared that they was going to see you. You tell me what was said in our conversation that nobody recorded Y'all know what? Can y'all see me? Y'all know what? Can y'all see me? Yo, StreamYard is a mess today, y'all. StreamYard is a mess.